What is up, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of GAD Talks. Today we are going to be talking about and taking a comparison between two pretty different looking smartwatches, but with very similar functions at around the same price. So one would be the CF58 smartwatch fitness tracker, and the other one would be the GW68 fitness tracker. So we're gonna get started. These two watches come about a price of $30 to $50 depending on the website and the seller that you choose to get it from. I'm gonna have my affiliate links in the video description below to both of these watches. So if you guys do want to purchase these watches after this video, you guys can use my affiliate link below. It will take you to eBay and trusted sellers, and I will earn a commission at no extra cost to you. Now let's begin. And if you guys have not yet already, please subscribe to my channel, as you guys don't want to miss out on the latest videos on electronics, smartwatches, and gadgets. So let's get started and dive right in. We're going to get started with the CF58 smartwatch first, because it seems like it's running out of battery. So this is a little bigger than usual fitness tracker smartwatches, because if you can see the watch case, it's a little bigger. So I like it. It's more for it's got a more guy styles to it versus like a more unisex or lady style. So definitely want to put this on and see how it feels and looks. This watch has got a very firm and soft feel to it, so it does not feel uncomfortable on the wrist at all. So I do love the very soft silicone band here. And this is what I mean. Does not look too small on a guy's wrist. So it's something I would recommend for a guy. And it's got a very nice color screen here with some of the more very standard functions that this watch will include. Now let's go through some of the menu here, which you can do by actually just going through the little touch area right here. It's not completely touch screen, but it's got this little lower middle area where you can actually touch. You can only do two things with it. One is you single press, and the other one is long press. So if you want to just browse through the functions of this watch, you would just single press it, which would take you to the first menu with steps, calories, and distance, sleep monitor, heart rate monitor, some trainings, walking, running, cycling, skipping, badminton, basketball, football, soccer. That was not expected. So it looks like we're kind of stuck here in a menu here that I did not expect. Let's see how we can get out of here. Okay, we're out. There's also your message function. You can actually read your messages on this watch. Measure your blood pressure. This I'm not really sure. I think it's worth reading into. It's a more uncommon function with fitness tracker watches, which is nice. It's just a nice addition. Shutter camera, music player, which is nice as well. It does not usually come with a fitness tracker smartwatch at around this price. So we're going to go through some of the functions such as your heart rate monitor and take a reading and see how accurate this indicator is. Whoa, that is super high, which I would not trust. I hope this will come back down for me to even take another look at it. But 163, that is crazy. I'm not exercising right now. Let's try to take another reading and see if we can get that adjusted. That is still a little higher than what I would expect. I would expect myself to be around the 60, 70 range at the most because I'm sitting down. So you gotta know your heartbeats to actually trust this watch reading, but that is a little higher than I expected, so I would not trust the accuracy, at least for this particular watch. I'm not sure if this happens every time or with just this one watch, but you gotta know your readings and see if you can actually rely on what the watch is giving you. Let's try to take a blood pressure reading here. It's gonna take a little while, but I hope it comes with something back accurate. That is still not accurate to me. The higher number seems way too high. So both readings I'm getting from this watch, it feels inaccurate. So because of that, it kind of is a drawback to me. But I do like a lot of the functions it comes with, where it doesn't depend on accuracy, such as the shutter, music player. Seems like other functions as well. So quite a bit of other functions to explore. But for the two main functions, I would get a fitness tracker 4, which is the heart rate monitor and a blood pressure monitor. It's kind of a drawback because it did not feel accurate. Now let's try the GW68. Excuse me. Now the GW68 is got a more rugged look, as you can tell. It's hard silicone band, and it's got more details on the case, which I like. You know, it feels more premium than something that's than something of its price. Let's put this watch on and see how it feels and looks. So that's how it looks on a wrist. It's got a very big feeling to it, and it's a masculine watch. So for guys, and this watch has got just one button right here, so you can just browse through the functions of this watch with this one button. And the same reasoning with the CF58. If you want to just continue on a function on this watch, just long press this button. So to long press and see how many watch faces this watch has, long press this button, and then change watch faces. Now, let's check out some of the functions that comes with this watch. Heart rate monitor, steps counter, calories counter, distance counter, sleep monitor, blood pressure monitor, shutter camera, message notifications. So no music player like the CF58, but let's see how accurate this watch is when it comes to reading your heart rate. Now, like I said, I would expect my heart rate to be around in the 60s or 70s, according to a chart that I remember. So that seems reliable to me. You definitely want to cross-reference this with another device. Well, now it's suddenly just jacked it up to 90s. But you do want to cross-reference whatever you're getting on this watch with another device that you actually trust, and with the charts to actually educate yourself on just, you know, the level of heart rate as well as your blood pressure reading, and seeing if that's normal compared to what you're getting on this watch before trusting this. Exit out of this. Steps counter, calories, distance we're not going to do right now for obvious reasons. Let's try to take your blood pressure monitor, which would take about 30 seconds on this watch. I do hope that I get something a lot more accurate than the CF58 that I was getting earlier, which would put me in the high blood pressure level standard. So let's see, 3, 2, 1. That seems more accurate to me from what I remember on the blood pressure charts. That would be something of someone my age in the 30s. So based on what I'm seeing right here, functions are very similar. I know the CF58 has the music player function and it has better looking menus, but for accuracy's sake and the look of the watch, I would probably choose the the GW68 over the CF58 for about the same price. It's got more of a masculine look to it, so I can actually wear it to more occasions versus the CF58. It seems like more of a fitness and gym watch. And for accuracy's sake, this seems more accurate and a lot less fluctuations in terms of its blood pressure and heart rate readings. So whenever you do get a watch like this, do cross-reference your readings, your blood rate and heart pressure, your heart rate and blood pressure readings. It might vary with each watch. And this concludes my review of these two watches. I will have my affiliate links in the video description below. If you guys do purchase this watch, I will earn a commission at no extra cost to you. I will see you guys in the next video.